Greetings to all. A warm welcome to IBTTA. I am Emanuela Stocchi representing AISCAT, and I am happy and proud to be in the company of Dr. Santo Puccia today, the Director of the Italian Traffic Police Service. It brings us joy to be able to contribute and lend our support to the IBTTS informative campaign, Be Safe Together, which was launched last year with great success, and it is aimed specifically at education, to raise awareness and to foster a culture of road safety. In this regard, we genuinely wish to present and to provide our input to IBTTA, talking about the historical collaboration among AISCAT, the Italian highway concessionaires, and the traffic police, which represents a unique case, a truly peculiar and original element of our country. Therefore, I welcome Dr. Santo Puccia, the Director of the Italian Traffic Police Service. Thank you very much, Director, for being here with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Stocchi. It is indeed a pleasure for us to be here and to be able to contribute to this meaningful campaign. In my role as Director of the Traffic Police, I handle road safety matters in all its aspects. The Traffic Police is an organization within the Department of Public Security. We are responsible for overseeing and coordinating all of the operations of the Traffic Police across the entire national territory through our Traffic Police divisions, and we carry out a very important role in road safety prevention and intervention. On the highway network, where the state police, and in particular the traffic police, has exclusive jurisdiction over traffic police services and more in general on police matters.
Thank you, sir. As we said, the traffic police has a long-standing relationship with the Italian concessionaires and with AISCAT, and we renewed our historical and fruitful agreement just last year, which involves a whole series of mutual commitments. Now, we would like to clarify for our international audience what this collaboration specifically involves.
The collaboration between the traffic police, meaning the state police, and the highway operators is a long-standing partnership that dates back to the 1960s, and the current model, which has obviously been refined with the latest agreement, is a significant partnership, because it has allowed us to evolve and progress together throughout the evolution of the highway connection landscape, which is a key feature since the traffic police and the highway concessionaires have developed alongside each other during the years. And this allowed also, thanks to these agreements, which date back to the 1960s, the establishment of a collaboration with mutual commitments, which involves, from the state police's side, and in particular the traffic police specialty side, ensuring adequate levels of service, the 24/7 presence with units specifically dedicated to monitoring the highway network, our subsections with the operational rooms, the highway operational centers, and the traffic police operational centers, in charge to coordinate interventions, are today established at the trunk directions of various highway operators and collaborate side by side. This collaboration is important also because investments in this sector are quite significant investments, as the highway concessionaire companies provide for service vehicles, technologies, the traffic police subsections facilities on the highway, and also the operational centers themselves with radio connections specifically dedicated to highway service. So a robust partnership that has developed over time and continues to grow through various agreements. The most recent agreement also led to the acknowledgement of the great work done along the highway network by the traffic police through a financial compensation that can ensure a reimbursement for the increased effort required on the highway.
Thank you, Director, and indeed here it is. While you were speaking, I was thinking about the added value that for us Italian concessionaires represented in AISCAT means exactly this partnership with the traffic police. In your opinion, what is the added value of this collaboration that we hold in high regard?
Undoubtedly, the added value in this public-private partnership is the tremendous mutual commitment to raising the safety standards on the highway system. The common goal is to create an increasingly safer highway and to obviously prevent road accidents from occurring.
Thanks, Director. You were talking about the importance of improving road safety levels. And it came to my mind a very impactful key factor for improving road safety levels nowadays, which is represented by technology. Let's just think about the tutors that monitor vehicle speed. So in this regard, what do you see in the future regarding this collaboration with the highway concessionaires? What new technological element could be implemented and applied based on your experience to enhance road safety levels?
The experience with the tutor, which has now become a reality, and that has been with us for some time, has significantly allowed to increase the perception of control and thus the prevention activities regarding speed on highways, to the point that the activation of the latest Tutor 3.0 stations has already recorded a massive decrease in travel speeds on the routes that have been properly equipped with these technologies. There are already some important initiatives where we collaborate, such as monitoring heavy traffic using systems for reading digital tachographs through new technologies, software and portals that allow us to monitor and control heavy vehicles while in motion. The dynamic weighing of heavy vehicles, for instance, is one of the new technologies we are currently testing. And we hope that once the regulatory framework permits, we will receive elements to have a more effective and meaningful impact in this field. The great importance of technology is also to enhance the perception of control through intelligent systems and obviously assign to the human resources those checks that are by necessity meant to be carried out by the intervention of the police officers. For example, the control of the psychological and physical conditions of drivers on the highway obviously requires direct oversight from the police officers who can count on the support of technological tools, but it necessarily requires stopping and checking out on the driver, thus using a breathalyzer, and also using precursors to detect the presence of narcotic substances.
Thank you, sir. We, Director, are reaching out to the international audience, and we are now fully aware that new Italian road code regulations have recently taken effect on the Italian highway network. This said, why don't we explain to our colleagues what the initial impressions of implementing these new rules are and whether you are working on new measures, so we are able to provide an overview to them regarding what we have achieved.
Since December of last year, significant modifications have occurred. These changes have already yielded some positive feedback because we have also progressively witnessed a very significant improvement in the accident trend in our country. A lot of work has been done on the issue of distraction while driving because the new regulations give the possibility of impacting since the first violation, including the suspension of the driving license for those caught using their phone without hands-free devices. And so this has resulted in a robust response in terms of enforcement and prevention for distracted driving. But there have also been other new impactful developments and regulatory changes. In particular, it comes to my mind the short suspension of the driving license, which affects a whole series of behavior guidelines in case of drivers who have a point total on their license below 20 or 10. Thus, we refer to drivers with a tendency to break specific regulations systematically, and thanks to the new regulations, these kind of unresponsible behaviors can now lead to a short license suspension. There have also been other regulations, such as the introduction of the alcohol lock, zero tolerance for those convicted of driving under the influence of alcohol, which has certainly raised awareness on these new punitive measures more than other reckless actions, as well as infractions for driving under the influence of drugs. These new rules have had a significant positive impact on the requirement to prove impairment which has allowed for a more effective and proper identification of all these types of improper and reckless behaviors by the control authorities. There's also an ongoing overall review of our Italian road code, and we really and honestly hope that these new kind of regulatory interventions and measures can be effective in the short and medium term. So this can also lead us to achieve further positive results in terms of reducing accidents in our country.
Here, Director, you were mentioning before the importance of influencing driving behaviors, and we know very well that this is possible, especially through education and through information campaigns. We at AISCAT are delighted to have endorsed and contributed to your ICARO project this year, which is the key European initiative for education, especially for teaching to younger generations the importance of a strong road safety culture. What importance do you assign to these communication campaigns? What is the response from young people regarding these ongoing campaigns that you are carrying out so well?
The ICARO project you were previously referring to is certainly one of the most established and longest-lasting international campaigns due to our fruitful and praiseworthy collaboration with notable institutions like the University of Sapienza in Rome, the Faculty of Psychology, along with other public institutions, including the Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport, the Ministry of Education and Merit. The endorsement of AISCAT to the ICARO project is an important element for us because it will also help us to amplify the message and to provide further elements to younger people who are just approach driving to teach them the correct driving behavior on highways. We attribute great importance to this awareness-raising activity and the dissemination of legal themes related to road safety in schools. It is indeed a crucial and strategic activity for us. Through collaboration with the Sapienza University of Rome, we also have the opportunity to measure the effectiveness of our interventions, and it reassures us that these interventions achieve the goals of changing driving behaviors and raising awareness, especially among young people, for young people to future drivers. We always try to tell the kids that violating a road code rule results not just in a financial penalty or an additional sanction, which in themselves are already negative, but the worst outcome which they have to fear the most is actually being part of a car accident that could result in fatalities or serious injuries to whoever gets involved. Thanks also to the support of AISCAT, we will be increasingly effective in conveying these messages to the younger generation.
Thank you, Director. We would like to convey a final message to IBTTA and our colleagues around the world. This week marks the launch of their Be Safe Together communication campaign dedicated to users, which this year has the motto, "Every safe journey has a hero, be the highway's hero." So, in regard of highway heroes, what final message should we share?
First of all, I truly appreciate your work, Dr. Stocky, and I also thank AISCAT for including us in this praiseworthy initiative, which is the Be Safe Together campaign, allowing us to be active participants in this journey. Certainly, the message I want to share is to continue working together to enhance and improve road safety on our highways, and therefore the collaboration between AISCAT operators, highway operators, and the state police is a partnership that must continue to grow and to always stand with great momentum. Therefore, our invitation here is for everyone to be active protagonists of road safety today, tomorrow, and always, to provide the small contribution that each one of us is capable of giving, which, when summed up, can indeed be crucial for achieving increasingly safer highways and to move and drive with more security along our national network and naturally throughout Europe.
Thanks to Director Santopuccia for his support. Thanks to IBTTA. So let's all be safe together.
Be safe together.